Can
This
you hear me?
conference will now be
Yes, yes,
recorded.
yes. Yes, yes, Mahesh.
So there a couple of recorded videos have been shared for you.
Yes, yes, I got.
You got it, right? You can see it, and if you're
Yes, yes.
having any doubts, if you need a backup session, we can go through it, okay?
Yeah, sure, sure, I will, Mahesh.
Oh, sure. Done. So, guys, so today what we'll be doing is, whatever the project we had designed, in the Anypoint platform till now, okay? So, Sudhir, at the starting point, just I'll just share the URL for you in the chats, okay? So you just need to register with this account, Anypoint platform account. It is a 30 days of trial version, okay? So, Sudhir, have you registered with this Anypoint platform account?
Not at Mahesh. I will reach you.
Okay, okay, you can register it after the session, okay? And you can follow the couple
Okay,
of recording.
okay,
Yes,
okay, okay.
sure, sure. Thanks for that. And here, guys, till yesterday, what are the projects we had designed was, if any of the user comes into our application, so if any of the user comes into our application, they can search it according to the destination parameter, and we will be able to get the data as our response, okay? And whatever the data we are getting here, this is an statical data we are getting in here as our response. And here the post method is nothing but after booking a flight ticket, what is the message as a response? We just need to display it as our response for the users. So that is how we had designed the post method over here. And here the get by ID method is nothing but in the previous API, whatever we had designed is to search it according to the destination parameter by using query parameters. Okay, now in this API, we have requested it according to the ID parameter by using URA parameters, okay? The slash symbol. So here, today we are just moving for the delete. Okay, we had designed the delete method as well yesterday. This is not the API which we have designed. Okay, these are the three APIs which are designed. So here now what is the API I just want to design is, so whenever a user comes and books a flight ticket, after some time, if he just want to cancel that flight ticket, that means we are just deleting that flight ticket from our account. So we are just deleting and record from the database over here. So here I am just using the delete method in order to delete the record. Since we are using the delete method under this get by ID method. So here this get by ID method is applicable for this delete method as well. So as we can see under this get by ID method itself, we are having delete method. For example, if we had just booked in ticket in the 4th ID and if I just want to cancel that flight ticket, after the cancellation of flight ticket, what is the message as a response? I just need to display it as our response for the users. Okay, so it is displaying some error code. Okay, it is not displaying anything, it is displaying the empty message as our response over here. And why it is displaying the empty message as our response over here? So here, since we had not configured the responses, it is displaying the empty response for us. So under the delete method, below the delete method, we are moving for the responses. And here under the responses, since I just want to pick the successful status code, I am just picking 200 as my successful status code in order to display the correct response for the users. And under the responses, if you are just getting and successful status code in order to display the perfect response for the users, we just need a body part in order to display the response for the users. So if you are just getting a 200 as our successful status code and then body part in order to display the response for the users, in which format? In which format we just need to display the response for the users? Either we just need to display it in the application JSON format or in the XML format. I just want to display it in the application JSON format over here, and we are just picking everything as an example. So why I just want to pick it in the application JSON format? Because since the JSON format is lightweight, maintainable and scalable when comparing with the XML format, so we are just picking the JSON format in order to make our application lightweight when providing the response. And since the JSON format is a human readable language, slides deleted. Not really. Is the message which I just want to display it as our response for the users. So this message I had configured in the JSON format. So the JSON format starts with the curly braces and ends with the curly braces, as we know. In the JSON format, there will be an input field and output response, and both of them will be separated by a colon symbol. So here, whenever we are sending the request, okay, we just need to provide it. And this is the message as a response after the cancellation of this flight ticket. I just want to display this message as a response for the users. So any doubts in it, Radhika and Ram Mohan? Yes, Radhika and Ram Mohan, any doubts?
Yeah, no.
Ram Mohan?
Yeah, it is similar to get. Only difference is
Yes.
get and
Actually,
delete.
the design pattern will
Method
be
is
same.
different.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But the pattern is same. And Sudhir, are you able to understand anything?
Yes, Mahesh. I will follow Mahesh.
Okay, sure. No worries.
I will
Sudhir.
catch up.
We are able to understand it anywhere, okay? So we can have one of the
Okay.
backup session after seeing the recorded videos. If you see the recorded videos, it would be more easier for you to create the application.
Okay, Mahesh.
Just couple of sessions have been
Mahesh,
happened, okay?
I didn't get. I got only one recorded video. I didn't get yesterday's recorded video.
Ramohan, is that you?
Yeah, I didn't get yesterday's recorded video.
You didn't get it? Okay, I will just say the team to
No.
share the recorded video as well.
One recorded video I got day before yesterday.
No. Actually, Ramohan,
yesterday.
the same folder, okay? In your G drive, you can go to your G drive,
Okay.
and you can click on shared with me. Okay, there you can fire
Okay.
a link. Okay, link or folder.
O-
So if you click
Okay.
on
Okay.
that, all the recorded videos will be daily uploaded into it.
Okay. Okay. I didn't. Okay. Okay. I will see. I will see. Thank you.
You get it right?
Nah. Yeah. Thank
Okay. So Radhika and Rammohan, can you design it so that we can design the put method as well, and after that we can deploy the project?
you. Wait for 2 minutes. Wait.
Okay, sure.
Get.
Mahesh, is there any programming knowledge required for this?
No. Nothing. None of the programming language is required over here.
Okay, okay, Mahesh.
Done from my end.
You are done from your end. Okay, Rammohan. Yeah. After you are done with it, just let me know. Rammohan, are you done with it?
Hello, Mahesh.
Yes, Rammohan.
Hello. I am
Yes,
not getting
Rammohan.
delete method here. I am not getting delete.
Okay, Rammohan.
Yeah. Now I got it. Delete. 1 minute. 1 minute. Delete. After that, responses.
Maybe your network is little slow. That is the reason that. Okay, no worries.
Oh. Yes, completed.
Okay, so guys, in the get by ID method only, next we are just moving for the put method. The put method is used to update the data. That means after booking any of the flight ticket, if you had given any of the credentials wrong, like your age or something, or else you just want to update. For example, if you're just moving to Facebook or something, whenever you're updating your profile pic or something, so at that part of time, the put method comes into play. So exactly in the same way, I just want to use this put method in order to update the data in the already booked flight ID. So I'm just going for the put method, and I don't want to display it as an put for the users. I just want to display it as an update the flight. So whenever some of the user comes and clicks on this update the flight option over here, I just want to statically display an body part exactly like post method how we had previously designed it. That this is the flight ID which we had booked, and here I just want to make the updates. So here, since we are not going to connect to any of the database or something in order to get the dynamical data, so I am just statically picking a body part in order to display one of the fake ID. That ID I just want to display it in the application JSON format, and I'm just picking it as an example. Since the ID we are configuring it in the JSON format, and the JSON format starts with the curly braces and ends with the curly braces. So here ID1. Nice. So in this way, as we know, we can configure a number of details over here. And departure date. So let us assume that up to here, what is the API which we have designed? If I just want to make any of the updates, okay, in the already booked flight ticket, so I can come here and I can search it accordingly. And this is the flight ID which we just need to update it, okay. So after making the changes, and when I click on the confirmation tab in order to update the data. So after updating the data, what is the message or the response? I just need to display it for the users. So here we are getting an empty response since we have not configured the responses yet. And as we know, whenever we are moving for the responses should be exactly below the methods. Okay, put method, get method, whatever the methods we are using. But below the put method, already we are having the display name. So exactly in the straight line of display name, we are just moving for the responses. And under the responses, we are just moving for 200 as our successful status code in order to display the successful response for the users. And we are just picking a body part in order to display the response for the users. And in which format? In the application JSON format, and we are picking the data as an example data. Message flights updated, but not really. So after making the changes, when we are sending the request, when we are clicking on the confirmation tab in order to update the data, this is the message or response. I just want to display it for the users. Any doubts in this design pattern and scenario, whatever we had picked? Yes? And Rammohan, Sudhir,
No doubt. No doubt.
Sudhir?
No, Mahesh.
So
Uh,
guys,
what all
yes, Sudhir.
in palette? What are all these options, Mahesh? Copies, source view, data table.
Which one? Source view. So source view is nothing but this is the response whatever we
These,
will be displaying when some of the user is requesting.
yes. Yeah. For what
Okay.
purpose we are using these options in palette?
Designing, we are
Come
designing
down.
the application here. Okay. Before doing the development part, we are designing an application.
Okay,
So
Mahesh.
don't need to worry, Sudhir. The same application we are going to design it on Monday as well. Okay, the total one, but by
Okay,
using different pattern. Okay. But
okay,
until
Mahesh.
then, just follow the recorded video so that it will be more easier for you to catch up.
Okay, sure, Mahesh.
So Rammohan and Radhika, just do it so that we can deploy this project into the Nippon Platform Cloud Hub. Okay, just let me know after finishing it.
Okay. Yeah, that Manish.
Radhika and Ramohan, just let me know once you are done with it, okay?
I am done, Mahesh.
Okay. Ramohan, you are also done?
Yeah, completed.
Okay. So guys, in order to deploy this project into the Anypoint platform Cloud Hub, okay. So here at the starting point, we just need to mock our service because the URL, okay, whatever the URL we are having here is just used for basic purpose, okay. So I just want to go for mocking service. So this mocking service is nothing but to generate the URL for our API, whatever we had designed. So I am just going to copy it, okay, and I just want to publish our application to the exchange in order to deploy our project. So I am just clicking on this publish to exchange option in order to deploy this project into the Anypoint platform Cloud Hub. And the asset version is 1.0.0 and V1 is the API version.
Mahesh, can you please repeat the same step again? That you have enabled some mock service something, right? So
Yes,
step.
here this is the mocking service.
Okay.
I just generated this URLs and copied it.
Okay.
Okay, this URL, after copying this URL, I am just going to publish it to Exchange. Publish to Exchange. Okay. So 1.0.0 is the asset version and V1 is the API version. So we can publish it into Exchange. Our project had been published to the Exchange. Done. So let me go for the Exchange and check it whether our application had been published to the Exchange or not. So here like 4 project have been published to the Exchange option over here. So guys, just follow the steps up to here and come to API manager and let me know. Ramohan and
Yeah,
Radhika.
doing.
Yeah, Mahesh, publishing. It takes time to publish in Exchange.
No worries. Okay, just let me know after you're done. You are done with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, completed. Completed.
Yeah, completed, Mahesh. Hello.
Yes, Ramon and Radhika, are you done?
Yeah, yes, done, Mahesh.
Yeah, completed.
Okay, Ramon, okay, sure. So after coming to the API manager, so if we click on manage API, there are three options which are visible for us. Import. The import option is nothing but, as I said for you at the starting point itself, this Anypoint platform is not only the center in order to design our APIs, okay, for RESTful services. So we can use Swagger, Handler, the other tools in order to design our APIs. So after designing them, we can import our application. We can import if you are design our APIs in those tools. And create new API is an option. If you are not yet created any of the API, we can create it. And manage API from Exchange is an option we just need to choose. If we just need to deploy the project, whatever we had designed in the Anypoint Platform Design Center. So I'm just going to choose the manage API from Exchange option. And here, just if I take one of the letter, so all the projects which I had been published into Exchange will be visible, and I'm just choosing one of the option. So automatically asset type, API version, asset version, everything is loaded over here. Okay, asset version is nothing but YAML. API version and asset version we had while publishing to the Exchange, we had hard coded them. So automatically they will be loaded. And here when we are going for the basic endpoint in the managing type, so here it is not showing where we are deploying our application particularly. So in order to pick the particular proxy, okay, whether we are deploying it into Cloud Hub or local server or anything, so we just need to choose endpoint with proxy. And here in the basic endpoint, we will not have any of the advanced options in order to select the base path, end path, port number or anything. But after choosing this endpoint with proxy is an option in order to select the target location where we just need to deploy our application. So I just want to deploy my application in the Anypoint Platform Cloud Hub. So I am just choosing Anypoint Platform Cloud Hub here. So I am just tick marking it, checking this box over here, because since what it had written over here, select if you are using, if you just want to manage it in Mule 4 or above. So since we are just going to develop our APIs in the Mule 4, okay, and I just want to deploy my application by using this Mule 4 runtime version, so I'm just going to paste this. And here, if you can see previously, before selecting the basic endpoint, okay, when we are selecting basic endpoint, these all options were not available here. The HTTPS connection, in order to connect to it, we just need to go for TLS configuration. Since we are not having it, I am not going for it. If you want to go for any of the other advanced option, HTTPS, okay, and port, if you want to change the port number, anything. As per now, I don't want to change anything over here. So only 4 steps we had done over here, we had followed. At the starting point, I had selected the name of the API and asset type is YAML and API version is V1 and asset version is 1.0.0. Automatically loaded, okay, all the 4 options. So after selecting the name, we had gone for endpoint with proxy option, checked this box, and whatever the URL we had copied previously, I had pasted it here and I am just saving it. So guys, just do it up to here and let me know. Ramon and Radhika.
Hello, Mahesh.
Yes.
I am getting at error base
Yes.
URL not defined in the API specification. Like that, I am getting the error.
where in the URL, right?
Base URI, yeah, base URI not defined in the API
Yes, no
specification.
need to worry. Just save it. No need to worry, just save it after pasting
Okay.
it.
How to select mule version? Okay.
No, I will just let you know what to select. Are you done up to here? Checked this box, pasted URL and everything. Saved it.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Radhika, are you done with it?
Yes, done now.
Okay, now we just need to choose the runtime version. So since the 4.3.0 is the latest runtime version which we are using, so I just had picked it. And here we just need to choose a unique name. So here, if I am going to choose the unique name of flights, the flights domain name had been already taken by the other user, so we cannot take it again. So I am just naming it as an flights 4. So flights 4 is not taken by any of the user. So exactly like facebook.com, google.com. So these things we cannot purchase it, right? Since those were purchased by the other users. So exactly in the same way. So flights 4, we had named it, and I am just clicking on deploy option. It will take a couple of minutes in order to deploy our application. You can also deploy in the meanwhile.
Mahesh, what is that update application if exist?
Update of the application if exists in the sense if any of the runtime version is newly introduced. Okay, so if you want to update to it, so it will be automatically updated. But I don't want to use that option since whatever the version we are using is an 1 month trial version. Okay.
Okay. So even in the real time also, we no need to check that box, correct?
In the real time, is based on the client's requirement. Okay, because whenever we are moving for the latest runtime version, whether it is working fine or not, first we just need to check it, right? Okay.
Mahesh, I'm getting the error like this.
How?
Hello.
Yes,
Error
Ramon.
talking to API manager. Error talking to API manager. Name unique constant error. Message deployment already exists for the API.
So Ramon, I had sent you the presenter request. Can you share your screen, please? Sorry,
Okay.
I had shared it to. Okay, I guess. Oh, Ramon, I'm just sharing it for you. Just yeah, just show your screen. Okay. So can you click on deploy option?
Yeah.
Okay. So deployment already exists. Name unique constant error. Already you had deployed it. So can you choose different name? Close. Click on close and just change the name of the application, proxy application name. Hello, Rammohan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
1, 3. Okay. Add one more one or something. Yes. Can you click on deploy? Okay. Can you go back to the API manager? API manager. Can you click on the three dotted icon? and click on API Manager. So, okay, it's saying unregistered. Can you click on V1 again? V1. V1, V1. Yes. Can you scroll it down? Scroll totally. Endpoint with proxy. Checking it. Okay. Scroll it down totally. Totally. Okay. Already flights 4 I had taken it. So just pick another name. Flights 41 or something. Okay. You can't read. It is saying redeploy. Okay. Let me just see it.
Yeah, complete. Starting application.
Okay, guys. So let me show my screen. So once our application is deployed, this is the page we can see over here. And here we are just going to manage and govern these applications in the runtime manager. After moving to this runtime manager, since we are going for it for the first time, just select sandbox. Okay, there it will ask whether the design center or sandbox. Just select it as a sandbox. There the projects will be persisting whatever we are just deploying. So here flights 4 is the project. If I just click on this project name, this is the URL which we just need to check. After clicking on that URL, so here it will say resource not found. So here, since the MuleSoft people are using API Kit console as their third-party tool in order to display the responses graphically, by default /console will be our end path. You just need to type /console at the end. And here we are able to get the response. Okay. So we are able to get all the 5 APIs as our response over here. So here, whenever we are just testing it, okay, under the dashboard, it will load in a couple of minutes. like if any of the user is visiting our application, it will show the analytics of the users under the dashboard. See here, it is showing the analytics since we had visited it. And under the insights, number of transactions were stored and when they were stored, where they were stored. Logs. If any of the user is requesting us, whatever the response we are sending them, either we are sending the correct response for the users or failure response for the users. Those all things we can check it by using the logs. Okay, under the settings, we can upgrade the runtime version, degrade the runtime version. Let it load. Okay, we can upgrade the runtime version, degrade the runtime version. Since we are using a trial version, in order to deploy our project, the MuleSoft people are only having 1 GB of memory in it. And properties, insights, logging, static IPs, everything we'll be able to manage it from here. So, any doubts in it up to here? Radhika and Ramohan.
If you have multiple triggers, right? For example, I have triggered some get operation or post operation, and somebody will trigger. If you have multiple triggers, how can we track that, Mahesh? Means which ID we have received and which response we
See,
have
multiple
received.
triggers, they are not given it at the starting point. It is total front-end part, right?
No, in the dashboard, right? Can we track the instances? How many instances got created? Which ID? Is there any feasibility to capture the
Only
dash-
one instance, okay. So whenever we are requesting anything, okay, that will be logged in the logs. As per now, we are not fetching the dynamical data, so it is not logging anything. It's just a design, whatever we had deployed now. Any doubts?
Yeah, while deploying, right? You have to choose that Cloud Hub and Hybrid, some kind of.
Your
So
voice
in
is
the
breaking, Radhika. Maybe I don't know whether it is for me only or for the others as well, but your voice is breaking.
yeah, Mahesh, what I'm asking is while deploying, right? You have chosen that hybrid and cloud hub, you have chosen, right? So
Yes, we
in the
just need to
real time
choose Cloud
also,
Hub, right?
in the real time also, is that the same thing, or is there any client servers are available there and
Hybrid
we
is
have
not
to?
the same thing. If I want to deploy our application into the local servers, then we go for hybrid. Okay, since you are not having a purchased account or something, we are not going for hybrid. We are just using Cloud Hub memory of MuleSoft, not the local servers. Did you get it, Radhika?
No, Mahesh, there is no separate servers for the clients, correct? So everybody should do,
Yes.
Cloud Hub.
Yes. So in order to get those options, we just need to purchase a MuleSoft partner portal access, okay? In order to deploy into our servers.
Okay, so what about the multiple environments like dev, test,
See, that is
production?
related to organization, okay? That is not related to us anyhow. So if you want to ask any doubts, you can ask the organizations, MuleSoft partner companies, partner program. So these are the official partners of the MuleSoft, and these organizations can only deploy their applications into own servers. And if you are just a partner of these companies, these organizations all over global, okay, if you are a partner of any of these organizations, you can take the access from them in order to deploy into your own production. Or else if you want to directly purchase it, you can directly purchase it from MuleSoft people by making a partnership with them.
If my name is not there in the list, I should have to go with Cloud Hub only.
I did not get
If I
it.
don't have any no, if I don't have any license, okay, then we
Okay.
have to go with Cloud Hub.
If you're not having any license, okay, the MuleSoft people will not allow because they will be costing, right? Since we are using their technology. If once you are deploying your application to your own server, what is the requirement of MuleSoft people in order to, they are not providing any of the free service for us, right? So they are in technology, we are using the technology, and we just need to pay in order to deploy our application into local servers, own productions. Hello?
Is there any option to create the servers here, like host port we need to provide and create the connection to connect the day server, something like that?
Yes. Ramon and Sudhir, are you having any doubts?
No, Mahesh.
Hello, Ramon, Sudhir.
No,
Yeah, no.
Mahesh.
Okay. So Ramon, are you having any doubts in it?
No, Mahesh. It is clear now.
And is Radhika's voice breaking for you as well? Or you can hear her clearly?
Yes, Mahesh. For me also it's being.
Okay. For you also it is breaking. Hello. So Radhika?
Yeah, my it's a network issue. You can go ahead, Mahesh.
Yes. Yes, I guess. Okay, no worries, guys. If you had deployed your project, okay. If you are not having any doubts, we will just meet on Monday again, okay? At the same time.
Okay, Mahesh.
Okay, Mahesh.
Sure. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.